Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, January 30th, 2025, 6:30 in the morning. Here at Forex Smart Trade, we help people become profitable and successful currency traders. And we do that by showing you how to trade with our simple but very accurate proprietary trading indicators. And we are so confident that we can make you a profitable currency trader that we'll let you trade with our money once we've trained you and split what you make. So it's a win-win for both of us. Our interests are aligned with your interest. I am going to show you one of a dozen different trade strategies that we have. When we train someone, we develop a customized trade plan based around their availability to trade and their risk preferences. And this is the one I'm going to show you this morning is the one that I prefer. So with that, we first need to listen to this guy, and then we'll see what the market has.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We teach with a number of different tools. We've got videos. We have group training sessions. We have these live trades where an experienced trader like myself will come online and walk you through their process for evaluating a trade. So by watching, you can learn from it and copy it. I do 3 live trades a week, one on Monday afternoon, Tuesday morning, and Thursday morning. And then I also send out an overnight trade set up every day at around 4:15 p.m., so long as it isn't a holiday. We also, when you become a member, you get access to a lot more. We do a live trade every morning at 10 a.m., another one at 6 p.m., and one of the keys that I think makes us stand out and more successful is that we are constantly coaching. It's not just kind of a one and done thing that we show you a couple things and then send you off on your own. We're coaching all the time. Pros are always practicing. That's how they get good and stay good. And we work on the fundamentals. We work on the basics. So when you get involved with us, we are always having sessions trying to help you improve. I like to work off of a little checklist that kind of makes sure I don't forget anything. Every morning, I like to restart or refresh my green chart, clears out the memory and picks up any updates that they might have done. One of the kind of key tasks of my ritual is that on days where trade doesn't go the way I want, I go back and study it. I go back and take a look with our indicators. You can use the simulator to go back to the specific time that you took the trade and see exactly what the chart was telling you. And by kind of looking at that and studying it, more often than not, you're going to be able to figure out what you did wrong, then pocket it in your trading toolbox so that you don't keep repeating the same mistake. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and that's what our indicators are very good at doing. They're able to predict the direction of the market. If we're able to predict the direction of the market, we can make some money. However, news does impact currency prices. So we want to know what news events are happening so we can basically trade around them. I like to go to forexfactory.com. Forex Factory breaks news down into kind of three categories. Yellow, which is low impact. Orange, I ignore the yellows. Orange, which is medium impact. I also ignore the the oranges, but some people pay attention to them. And red, which is high impact. These are guys I want to trade around. This morning at 8:15, the euro, we're going to talk about interest rates. And interest rates have a big impact on things. And then at 8:30, the U.S. dollar is going to talk about gross domestic product and unemployment claims. And then at 8:45, the European group is going to discuss what the announcement was here and the prospective impact. So generally, I don't like to trade 2 hours before any of these news events. So this is going to take the euro and the dollar off the table for us this morning. What happens, especially like on gross domestic product, that number's already figured out. It's sitting on someone's desk. Same with unemployment claims. People who are connected are able to get this information sooner and start to trade on it. So, by the time the indicator picks up that people are trading on it beforehand, there could be a spike, and then we get stopped out. So rather than have that happen, just avoid it. So we've got kind of limited, we'll have limited opportunities this morning. But with that, let's just go ahead and see what we've got. On the 10-point trade signal, I traded off of a 1 hour chart, but you could trade it off of any time frame, 30 minutes and up. On a 1 hour chart, trades are going to generally be worth between 5 and 35 pips. My sweet spot's 11. If I can carve out 11 and get out, get in and get out real quick, that suits my risk preferences. And usually we're able to do that within 1 to 3 hours. And the strategy is simple. There are 3 parts to the chart, and I want all 3 parts, the lines in all 3 parts to be going in the same direction. And when that happens, it's a high probability trade. So those are what I'm looking for. And really, I only need a couple of days to make some money. So let's look at the chart. The chart we're going to trade off of this morning is the light 6 major. It's one of the standard charts. It is a composite chart in that it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. In this case, they're all US based. I start with the middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So I am looking for situations where the lines, the majors and minors, are either below the oversold line or above the overbought line, and either pointing up if they're below or pointing down if they're above. And then if that's the case, they're above the overbought line and pointing down, I'm going to ride it through the channel, and you can see here the Canadian dollar or US dollar, Canadian dollar. In 2 hours, we got our 16 pips. Oh no, excuse me. We got 22 pips. 22 pips. So that's what I'm looking for. Or here, below, going up, and let's see what 14 pips. So that's what I'm looking for. So here we're kind of in the middle of the channel. Well, actually, technically, there are 4 things I'm looking for on here. I want us to be overbought, which we were overbought. I want all the lines going in the same direction, and all the lines are going down. Oh, not anymore. Green line's going up now. So that disqualifies that. So when everything lines up, it's a high probability trade. So we're going to pass here, jump over to the Euro USD. Now, I said we weren't going to trade the Euro or the USD, but we'll still kind of walk through and see. Part of what I want to do is help you be able to identify what a good setup is, and your ability to do that on your own is valuable. So here we're oversold, but everybody's sideways. Majors are sideways, and the minors are sideways. What makes them sideways is one line is going one direction and the other is going the other. So nothing here yet. Pound USD oversold. Minors are going up. Majors are sideways. Red line's down, green line's up. So nothing here. Dollar Canadian dollar oversold. Minors are going up. Majors are going down. So we don't have agreement. Dollar Swiss franc overbought. Minors have started to turn. They're going sideways. Majors, both are still going up. Now, can I make some money when we're overbought and the indicators are going up? Yes, you can, but it's just not part of my trade strategy. My trade strategy, I want to get in and get out, and I don't want to have a chance that when we're overbought, it's going to start going down. I don't want to get stuck holding a buy when a sell is coming. So here, you could have carved out 10 pips over 2 hours if you took the buy when it kept going up. But again, that's not part of my trade strategy. It's a risk I don't want to take. Dollar yen. We were oversold. Everybody is going up. So that's the second thing I'm looking for. I want the green line above the red and the gray line above the black. So that's the third thing I'm looking for. I call it the double cross. But I'm also interested. The fourth thing is, what's the slope of the green line? And the green line is less than 45 degrees. I want this to be greater than 45 degrees. If I don't see what I want here, I don't have to look at the TNTs or the pressure. I have cloned this chart and made another chart with non-USD pairs. Let's see what we've got here. Euro pound oversold, going down. Australian dollar yen. So it looks like whatever the news is on the euro is bad. So interest rates are probably going up because it's starting to leak, because this was going up and now it's kind of turned. But I don't trade on the news, so we're going to skip it. Australian dollar yen. We touched overbought. Everybody's coming down. We've got the double cross. Red's on top, black's on top. Steepness of the green line is just about 45 degrees, if not a little bit better. I will consider a trade as long as the green line is less than halfway, which it is. I don't mind that the miners have they're almost oversold. My only issue here is the time of day. in both of these markets is nighttime. It's like 14 hours for Australia and 12 hours for Japan. I want one of these to be active. I want one of these to be actively trading because I'm trading off of a 1 hour chart. I want the move to happen within an hour. If they're not actively trading, it's going to take longer for that 11 pip move I'm looking for to materialize. So even though this is kind of okay, we're going to pass. I'm not going to continue looking. Euro Canadian dollar oversold. Everybody's sideways. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, just reaching oversold. Everybody's going down. Again, the time of day here, not a good time to trade. Now, like on the overnight trade, I don't mind if it's oversold. That's okay because the criteria on that are a little bit different. Pound yen, we've got disagreement between the majors and the minors. We're oversold. Majors still going down, minors going up. And euro Australian dollar are kind of sideways here, so nothing here. Let's keep going. Canadian dollar, yen. We're reaching overbought, but we've got disagreement between the majors and minors. Europe, euro, New Zealand dollar oversold sideways. Pound New Zealand dollar oversold sideways. New Zealand dollar, yen. We just about we're kind of in the middle of the channel, and majors are sideways, minors going down. Gold dollar sideways, overbought sideways. Euro Swiss franc oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross, greens on top, grays on top, and terrific steepness on the green line. And we're just at the halfway point. I like this signal. Euro. When I have what I want here, I would jump up to the TNTs. There are 4 lines up here, the thick and thin orange, dotted blue, and thick blue. Orange lines are going in the direction. I want to count how many lines are supporting the buy signal I see here. So the 2 orange lines are going up, telling me buy, and the steeper they are, the better. The blue lines are inversely related, so when blue comes down, that means buy. So thick blue is coming down, dotted blue is going up. So I've got 3 of the 4. I want 3 of the 4. Then I would jump down to the pressure, and I want these lines either going up, and I've got the green line going up, but the red is sideways. So that's red's going down. So that's a sideways, but the green line is on top of the red line. So if green line's on top, that's a point. So I've got all the points here to kind of make to consider the trade. But the issue is it's on the euro, and we've got news coming up. Now, normally when I would see that I've got the setup that I want here, I would go to a full chart. And on a full chart, that was the euro. No, that was not it. Euro Swiss franc. I would go to a full chart. A full chart is a chart with just one pair on it. So this is what we were just looking at, the 1 hour chart, but it also has a 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart, 8 hour chart, 12 hour chart, and a day chart. So on a 2 hour chart, the difference between the time frames is how much information is contained in the candle and in the lines. So this has got 2 hours of information. This has got 4 hours of information. Generally, what I'm looking for when I see the setup here is I want to I want the 2 hour to be oversold, and I want the 4 hour to be oversold. Now, and the reason I want that is if this weakens, we'll still pick up the trade off of the longer term chart. If it's oversold, the lines don't necessarily have to be going up, but there's less of a chance of us getting stopped out if both of these are oversold. Now here, we're not oversold. This by itself is a good signal. I would consider this, but here on the 4 hour, I don't like this. But like we're almost overbought. So I would probably pass on this. But this is my confirmation. I want the 2 and the 4 hour to both be oversold. But we're not going to trade it because we've got that news item coming up. But this is a nice signal here. Last chart is Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, oversold going down. Swiss franc, yen, oversold going down. Euro, yen, we have disagreement, oversold. Pound Australian dollar, oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross, greens on top, grays on top, and good steepness on the green line. Jumping up to my TNTs. Thick orange is going up. Thin orange is going down. So we have one of the two here. Both blue lines, thick blue and dotted blue, are going down. So I've got 3 of the 4 here. So that's the second test that I'm looking for. And then on the pressure, I've got down pressure with red on top. So I don't have a point here. I want either these lines going up or the green line on top, and I don't have that here. So since I don't have that, we're going to pass. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, overbought going up. Canadian dollars, Swiss franc, overbought. Minors are sideways, majors going up. So we just went through 24 pairs. We didn't see a good trade setup that we wanted. Now, one of the advantages of our program is that we do have multiple signals. Now, I know we took 20 minutes to do this, but when I'm doing it, once you kind of know what you're looking for, you can go through this in 3 or 4 minutes, which I did before we came on. We have more than one trade signal. This is another signal, thick orange line signal. This signal is a scalp trade. It's worth 5 pips if we see it, and you can take it when one of the 2 pairs are actively trading, and there's 5 minutes left in the trading hour if you're trading off the hour chart. So we've got 6 minutes left. So we'll start looking to see if we have it. And basically, it looks at what the position of the thick orange line is. And the thick orange line is a scaled number. When it is as high as it can go, this number here is at 10. When it is as low as it can go, this number is at 0. So I am looking for situations where this is either at 10 or 0 or within 1 point. So 7 isn't 10 or 0, 7 isn't 10 or 0, 3 no, 4 no, 3 no. 0.5, that's within 1 of 0. So I've got part 1 of the test. So when this is at 0, it thinks there's no more down in the move. There's no more down in the move. That's a time to buy. But we don't want to trade on just one piece of information alone. We've got the indicators are each giving us more information. So we should try to use all the information that we have. So when I see this at 0 or within 1 of 0, then I'm going to look at the TNTs and look at what the red line is doing. And here I want the red line to be below the red line on the major indicator to be below the red line on the oversold line, and it is. So I've got part 1, 0, part 2, red lines below. When I have both of these, that's a trade worth 5 pips. So let's go ahead and you can take it on your simulator, or we can pull our chart up. I don't have Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, so it's approaching morning here in Canada, even though it's the middle of the night in Australia. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar is going to probably be down in this third group, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. I am going to make it a 1-hour chart. Spread is just about a pip, a little less than a pip. So that's almost as high as it'll go for us to take it. So we are going to go ahead and go to New Order. Now this is a demo account. It's got 13,500 in it. To figure out my lot size or volume, I'm just going to move this decimal point over 4 spots to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.35. I can take anywhere from half of that to double it, but I'm going to just take the 1.35. I'm going to do market buy. Once it's recorded, right click, go to modify. This trade is worth 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. You just add an extra 0. I click on this little blue button. It does the math for me. And on this trade, we can use a 4-to-1 because of the accuracy of it. So 20 pip stop loss. Now, I like to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So we got in at 0.09. 0.89700. So I want to go up to 0.970. 7.5 to get the full 5 pips. If I got in at 70, I'm going up to 7.5. So we took a using the thick orange line, we took a buy on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, with a take profit of 0.89750. That's 0.89750, and a stop loss of 0.89495. 0.89495. I just want to make sure we see everything. So there's our stop loss. There's our take profit. Let's see if we've got anything else. We still have a minute left. So let's go to the next chart. 7 isn't close enough. 0.8 is within 1 of 0, but the red line is overbought. I want it to be oversold. So we don't have agreement. 8 isn't close enough. 2 isn't close enough. Not close enough. 9, Canadian dollar, yen. Since we just took a Canadian dollar. So this is within 1 of 10. And this is just barely over. Ideally, I'd like to see the red line a little above this. But since we just took a trade with the Canadian dollar, I'm not going to double up on the Canadian dollar because that increases our risk. Let's go see if we got anything else. No. I'm looking for 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either. And then the next one, 10, yes, but he's not overbought yet. No. Within 1 of 0, and we're overextended, but we've got the news item. and the news item. So this setup is good. Or thick orange is within 1 of 0, but we've got the news item. These are about the same, actually. So we took one trade, a buy on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, and what happens is when the hour changes, there's usually a little snap, and that snap is worth 5 pips, and we're just about to get it here on the trade now. So I expect this to close within the next hour. If you want to learn to trade, best way to do it is find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. We're good at it. We demonstrate it every day. We do the live trades. We send out trade setups so that you can see. We send out our trade results so you can see. We will let you use the indicators yourself and give you some training so that you can kind of see that they work for yourself and that you like it. So if you haven't done the trial, I'd suggest getting into the trial. The price for the trial is going up in a week or two from $10 to $99. So you can save yourself a couple bucks on the trial if you get going now. Thanks so much for joining me, and we will see you this afternoon when I send out the overnight trade setup. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.